You have definitely seen those 2D fitness channels on YouTube pulling millions of views on their videos. And have you ever thought that creating this kind of content must be really expensive? Absolutely not. In this video, I'm going to show you the totally free method to create these videos yourself. I'm breaking it down step by step so you can build these videos from scratch. But here's the upgrade. This time, you're not just using static images with keyframes. You'll actually animate the images, making your content look smoother, more engaging, and way ahead of the competition. In this video, I'm going to show you how to generate your images, animate them, maintain perfect character consistency, and bring everything together into a clean, polished video that's ready to post. And by the end, you'll be creating results that look just like this.
If you want a powerful V-taper, your goal isn't just a bigger back, it's a wider back. Building your lats creates the illusion of broader shoulders and a smaller waist. Most people focus on pulling with their arms instead of their lats. The secret to back width is learning to drive your elbows down and keep tension on the outer lats. Pull-ups are one of the best exercises for creating back width. Focus on pulling your elbows down, rather than simply pulling yourself up. Lat pull-downs allow you to focus directly on the lats while controlling the weight. Use a full stretch at the top and squeeze hard at the bottom. Single-arm lat pull-ins are excellent for targeting the lower and outer portions of the lats. Focus on getting a deep stretch before every contraction. Technique matters more than most people realize. Drive your elbows toward your hips and fully stretch the lats on every rep to maximize growth. Build your workouts around movements that prioritize.
This entire video was created using just a single prompt. And if you stick around until the end, I'll show you exactly how to get it for free. Let's get into it. So for this part, you'll need a chatbot. Personally, I'm using ChatGPT, but you can go with whatever you prefer, whether it's Gemini or Claude. Then head over to the Google Doc where I placed the prompt for this video. Copy the entire thing carefully. Don't skip anything. Go back to your chatbot, paste it in, and hit send. That's where everything starts. Now, ChatGPT will process the prompt and generate 10 different workout video ideas. Things like why your chest looks flat, the one mistake killing your bicep growth, or how to build wide 3D shoulders. From here, just pick the one that stands out to you. For me, I'm going with option 3. So I'll type 1, hit send, and wait for the next step to load. Now, in this step, it's going to ask you to upload a reference image for your character. If you don't already have one, just head over to the Google Doc, take a screenshot of the character reference I provided, then come back to ChatGPT, upload it, and hit send. This is what locks in your character's look from the start. Next, ChatGPT will generate a detailed step-by-step breakdown of your video, covering each scene, the visual focus, the actions, the mood, and everything that's going to happen from start to finish. It's basically your entire video mapped out for you. Once that's ready, just type next and hit send to move forward. Once you type next, ChatGPT will process everything and give you a full production-ready prompt, including your image generation prompts, animation prompts, and voiceover scripts, all in one place. In this case, the idea generated 7 scenes, which means you now have 7 image prompts, 7 animation prompts, and 7 voiceover scripts ready to go. So from here, just copy the first image generation prompt and head over to your image generator. This is where your visuals start coming to life. Now, for this part, I'm using Google Flow. Go ahead and click on New Project. And once it loads, you'll see an interface like this. From here, we just need to tweak a few settings. Click on the Video tab at the bottom, then switch it over to Image mode. Next, choose your aspect ratio. Go with 16:9 for long-form videos, or 9:16 if you're making shorts. After that, head to Results and set it to 2, so you can generate multiple options and pick the best one. Then, for the model, I'm using Nano Banana 2, since it's completely free on Google Flow. Once that's set up, we're ready to move to the next step. Now, for the next step, upload your reference image, the same one from the Google Doc. Once it loads, paste in your first image generation prompt. Drag the reference image into the timeline and hit generate. This reference image is key. It tells the model exactly what your character should look like, so it doesn't just guess and go off track. That's how you maintain consistency across all your scenes. After a few seconds, you'll get 2 image options. Just review both and pick the one that fits your video best. That becomes your first scene locked in. Now, for the next step, head back to ChatGPT, copy the second image generation prompt, then return to Google Flow and paste it in. This time, drag in the image you selected from the first generation. This helps keep your character consistent across scenes. Then hit generate. After about 30 seconds, your second image will be ready, and it should come out looking something like this. Go through both options, pick the one that fits best, and then repeat the same process for the remaining scenes. Head back to ChatGPT, copy the next image generation prompt, return to Google Flow, paste it in, drag in your selected image as a reference, and hit generate. Now, Google Flow will process your prompt, and a few seconds later, your image will come out looking something like this. Just compare both options. Pick the one that fits your vision best. Then head back to ChatGPT, copy the fourth image generation prompt, return to Google Flow, paste it in, drag in your reference image and hit generate again. Step by step, your scenes are coming together, clean and consistent. Now, Google Flow will process your prompt, and a few seconds later, your image will come out looking something like this. From here, just keep repeating the same process for the 5th, 6th, and 7th images. Copy the prompt, paste it in, use your reference image, and generate. Each scene should come out clean and consistent. Once all your images are ready, download them all in high resolution. Then we move on to the next stage, the part where everything really starts to come alive, animation. Now we're stepping into the part where everything starts moving. Copy your first animation prompt, head back to Google Flow, and upload the first image you downloaded earlier. Then go into Settings, click on the Nano Banana tab, and switch it over to video mode. Make sure frames is selected. For aspect ratio, if you're doing long form, go with 16:9. But since we're making shorts, set it to 9:16. Then choose VO3 Fast as your model. Once everything is set, paste in your animation prompt and hit generate. Give it a few seconds, and just like that, your first scene transforms into a smooth, clean animated clip that looks like this. Once you've confirmed your first clip looks clean with no distortion, drag in your second image into the timeline. Then head back to ChatGPT, copy the second animation prompt, return to Google Flow, paste it in, and hit generate. Give it a few seconds to process, and just like that, your second scene comes out smooth and cinematic. At this point, you can actually see the video coming together piece by piece. Now for the third scene, we're doing the exact same thing. Head back to ChatGPT, copy the third animation prompt, then return to Google Flow. Drag in the third image you generated, paste the prompt in, and hit generate. Give it a few seconds, and just like that, your third clip is ready. Now take a closer look at this. The detail is actually crazy. You can see the biceps, the abs, the hand movement. Everything flows so smoothly, it almost feels hand animated. And the wild part? This is the kind of work that would normally take editors and 3D animators hours, sometimes days to pull off. But AI just handled it in seconds. I'm just going to keep repeating the same workflow for the rest of the scenes. After dragging each image into the timeline, head back to ChatGPT, copy the corresponding animation prompt like the fourth one. Come back into Google Flow, paste it in, and hit generate. Do this step by step for every remaining image. Once everything is fully animated, go ahead and download all your clips one by one. At this point, you've basically built your entire video. Now it's just about putting it all together. Now that all your clips are downloaded, it's time to generate your voiceover. Head back to ChatGPT and type, "Give me the voiceover prompt in full, ready to copy." Hit send, and within a few seconds, your complete script will be ready. Copy everything. Then head over to 11 Labs or any voice generator you prefer, like Noise AI. Paste it in and hit generate. In just a few seconds, your full voiceover will be done. And now we move into the final stage, the editing phase, where everything comes together into one clean, finished video. For the final part, and honestly, this is the easiest step, just open up your video editor. I'm using CapCut, but you can use anything you're comfortable with. Import all your generated clips, your voiceover, and your background music if you have one. Drag your clips into the timeline one by one in the correct order. Then drop in your voiceover and layer your background sound underneath. Trim off any extra parts so everything fits cleanly. If the visuals don't perfectly match the voiceover, just tweak the speed slightly, but most of the time it already lines up perfectly. Next, preview everything to make sure it flows smoothly. Then add auto captions. In CapCut, just click the auto caption feature. Wait a few seconds, pick a clean template, and you're done. This step alone makes your video way more engaging. Once everything looks good, hit export. And just like that, your final video is ready. And before I forget, if you want access to the exact prompt I used, check the description box. Now, here's the final result.
If you want a powerful V-taper, your goal isn't just a bigger back, it's a wider back. Building your lats creates the illusion of broader shoulders and a smaller waist. Most people focus on pulling with their arms instead of their lats. The secret to back width is learning to drive your elbows down and keep tension on the outer lats. Pull-ups are one of the best exercises for creating back width. Focus on pulling your elbows down, rather than simply pulling yourself up. Lat pull-downs allow you to focus directly on the lats while controlling the weight. Use a full stretch at the top and squeeze hard at the bottom. Single-arm lat pull-ins are excellent for targeting the lower and outer portions of the lats. Focus on getting a deep stretch before every contraction. Technique matters more than most people realize. Drive your elbows toward your hips and fully stretch the lats on every rep to maximize growth. Build your workouts around movements that prioritize the lats, Master your technique and stay consistent. That's how you create the wide V-taper back that stands out from every angle.